Good morning. Can everybody hear me? Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Sunny Side Up. How is everybody on this? Oh, okay, Sunny Side. How is everybody on this Monday? It is freezing here. We got snow. We didn't get much. We got a couple inches. But I'm over the snow and I'm over it being cold. So I haven't been live in, I don't even know how long. I think right before Christmas was the last time I was live. Um, so I apologize. So I hope everybody's New Year's was good. Mine was okay. Um, I had the grandbaby. I watched the grandbaby. So I was in bed at 9 o'clock. I was asleep. But the New Year's isn't starting off so well. Let me tell you. It's like hey Charlie girl, good morning. How are you? Um, I tell everybody, it's like I used to call it the shit fairy. Excuse my French, but it just seems like I have this black cloud over me that just won't go away. It's crazy. But I have missed all of you. I haven't been on YouTube, so I am clueless at all this stuff that's been going on, which I have to say I kind of like. I kind of like not knowing what's going on because I'm over the drama. I'm just over it. Everybody is always fighting. Always. Every day. It's something. So I like being in the dark. I have been keeping up with the two missing boys out of California. So heartbreaking. They have been missing 2 weeks today. 2 weeks with no leads. The parents will not talk at all. The parents are not in their home anymore. They have left their home. All their children have been removed. Um, Now it's just crazy because people are going onto their property and they're smashing windows and they're hammering signs on their houses, on their house and stuff. It's gotten pretty crazy out there. And I get everybody's frustrated. There's two little boys missing, but it's like, why do people have to handle stuff that way? Why do people have to do that? I get that you want answers, but I guess the window got broke because they thought that the family had come back because they have not been staying at the house. Um, they thought the family had come back, so they threw a rock through the window, hoping that the family would come out and talk. Well, I know for me, if somebody threw a rock through my window, I definitely wouldn't be coming out talking to you. From what I've gathered so far is they've done a $10,000 reward right now. A dispensary has put up 10 grand for information on these boys. There's also I guess there's more that's going to be donating. They're hoping to get it up to 25,000 for the reward on on info for the boys. Um what else do I know? I know that they have dug in the backyard. They have not found anything. They did 2 search warrants into the home. They've taken out evidence out of the home, but they have not said anything. Um, and they have searched the neighborhood. But I guess where this place is in Bakersfield, it's surrounded by desert. So the police are saying they do not have enough manpower to do a search of the desert. The desert's way too big. They don't have the manpower. I know that there are dirt bikes and people from the community that are walking the desert trying to find something. I know that you probably read in the news about a Christmas present being found with a knife and tire tracks, that the present was somebody dropped it off at the visual. Dropped it off. They have like a memorial out in front of the house. So they think that the present blew away. The knife and the tire tracks, they're not saying anything. They're not saying it's from the parents or if somebody dropped it. They're not saying anything. The parents are still, I mean, nobody's a suspect right now. Um, the interesting thing that I found out is they had just moved to Bakersfield, not long before the boys went missing. They lived somewhere else in California. They're saying the last time the boys were seen was really in September. In September, they lived in another town and people have seen the kids. And since moving to Bakersfield, the neighbors have never seen those children, ever. All the neighbors have come out and said they have never seen these children. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Serendipity. StreamYards just got up. Good morning. Good morning. Um, so the family, I mean, the neighbors and stuff are saying they have never seen the children. So, did the children really go missing on the 21st of December? Or have they been missing since September? Hey, Kathy. They're not saying how old. Hey, Smokey P. Um, they're not saying how old the children are. There are 6 children altogether, including the 2 boys that are missing, 3 and 4. They have 2 more adoptive children and 2 biological children. So they have 4 children that have been removed from the home. They're in protective custody, and the police are pretty tight-lipped. They're not saying the kids are talking. There's been no arrest yet. You would think if the kids were talking, there would already be an arrest, and there isn't. And it's been 2 weeks today. So I'm kind of under the impression that the children are not speaking. The police have said that the adoptive parents have been cooperative. They um they have said that they have been cooperative, but they're not, you know, dealing with the media at all. So that's pretty much all I've gotten on the boys. It's just a case that's heartbreaking to me and that I've been trying to keep follow. Now, there's another thing that they're saying that one of the boys had a broken leg. So what I found out about that is that that was the reason why the boys got taken from their mother. A babysitter, the biological mother was at work, pregnant with one of the children. The other child was being babysat by a babysitter, and the babysitter had broken the baby's leg. And so a lot of people are saying like it was on a flyer that one of the boys have a broken leg. I have yet to see that flyer. But from everything I've noticed and seen, that he did have a broken leg, but this was years prior. He didn't have a broken leg when he went missing. What else has been swirling around that I can um, talk about? Good morning, long day. This is such a sad case. God bless those children. I agree, Kathy. It is. It's heartbreaking. You know, they're 3 and 4, and they're just gone. They just are gone. I and I just 2 weeks missing. A lot of people are thinking that the family might have. I mean, of course, we're gonna have tons of speculation We're going to have tons of people with theories, psychics with their visions and everything like that. There, a lot of people are trying to say that they think they sold the children. Now, I have a hard time thinking of that. They're thinking child trafficking. I have a hard time because why would they only give two kids up, 3 and 4? Well, maybe because they're younger. I definitely think something is sketchy with this. Absolutely. I really just don't think, to be honest, I don't think we're going to have a good outcome. Most of these cases, when they're not found in a reasonable time, I mean, it's been 2 weeks and there's not 1 ounce of a sign. And the parents just picked up and left. Nobody even knows where they are. Um, I have a feeling we're just not going to have a good outcome, and that's heartbreaking. But I hope that they are found where they can come back home, no matter what it is. I don't think it's child trafficking. I think they're deceased or hidden by family members. I agree, Remy. That's what I think. But from a lot of the comment sections on Facebook, there's a lot of Facebook groups that I've been looking into and stuff. That's like a lot of people's thing is that they sold them for child trafficking. I just have a hard time thinking that's it. I think something happened. I'm wondering if something happened at the old house and that's why they picked up and moved so quickly because from the neighbors in the old place, they literally packed up overnight and were gone. So, good morning, Samara. They were packed up and gone in September, like overnight, just gone. Hey, two tacos. Good to see you. I'm talking about the two boys, 3 and 4, that are missing from California. They've been missing 2 weeks today. 2 weeks today. They were adopted by the West family. They have 6 children in total, but the two boys were out back on the 21st of December with their dad doing wood. He went inside to deliver wood. The mom was in the house wrapping presents. He came back out and the kids were gone. That's their story. But neighbors around their new home in Bakersfield, they're saying they have never seen not one child. Not one. So that's odd to me because if we all can remember, there was another family that had 13 children, and come to find out, they were being abused and locked up and all that. And guess what? Neighbors never saw those children either. So I don't know. And they're not saying that the other children that they removed, they're not saying whether these children have been abused. I would like to know more. Just like the little girl Vanessa Morales. I believe she is hidden with family members in or out of the country. When did they move? They moved in September. So that's why people are wondering if the kids have been missing really since September and not December 21st. Because where they lived prior in California, all those neighbors knew they had the kids. All of them. They packed up overnight in the middle of the night in September and moved to Bakersfield. Now, the Bakersfield neighborhood from September to December said they have never seen the children. Ever. They don't play outside. So why on December 21st, if these kids have never played outside and the neighbors have never seen these children, then why on the 21st would the dad bring them outside to do wood? So the mom could wrap presents. Well, if that's the case, you have 6 children. Maybe the oldest kids could help, but I doubt it. But why wouldn't you bring all the children outside? Because from what the adoptive dad's saying is he brought the kids outside so she could wrap. Well, you have 6 children, not 2. It is, it's crazy. You have 6 children, but you only bring out the 2 youngest? Now, I'm assuming they're the 2 youngest. They're 3 and 4. They have not disclosed the age of the other 4 children. All they have said is 2 are adopted, and 2 were their biological. And then these 2 were 2 boys. Yeah, 2 tacos. That's the other thing, is that this is not national news. It's pretty much only in California. It's really hot in California. You go to California news stations, it's all over the place. But it has not broke nationally, and I just don't understand why. They are, from what I read, they're saying that they don't want it to go national because if they do find the children and they have to go to trial, it will be hard to find a jury with it going national because they used um what was that case? Give me a second. Um the recent case with the boy and the girl, and the mother married the guy. Oh, what was their names? I can't think of their names. It was like national news. It just happened, and the kids were buried in the backyard. Do you remember? Anybody? I'm having what was their names? Hold on, because it's gonna. And their parent, yes, Valor. Thank you, Samara. Yes, they're saying that that's why they don't want. Yes, Sonia, I hate it when that happens, but thank you, Samara. Yes, that case. They're saying that that's the reason why they don't want it being national. Well, I think it should be national. They're only 3 and 4, and they're cute. They are cute. And like I said, when I went live right before Christmas, and we actually watched the interview on the news with the adoptive parents, right then and there, for me, something didn't look right. The adoptive mother was swaying back and forth. Good morning, Kimberly. Swaying back and forth, wasn't looking at the camera, was looking like at the crowd and away from the camera. She wouldn't look at the camera and barely said anything. And the father was sitting there hugging himself while he talked. And that literally a light bulb went off because if we remember Chris Watts, when he did his news interview, he was holding himself just like Chris Watts was. Now, I'm not saying that makes him guilty, but I didn't get a warm, fuzzy feeling from these adoptive parents. Now, I know if my children were missing, adoptive or not, if I loved these children, I would be out of my mind. I would be crying. I would be going to every news place to listen to me, to let me talk. These Not only was she not paying attention and swaying and him hugging himself, I did not see one tear. Not one from these parents. Nothing. I didn't get 1 ounce of sadness that these boys were missing. Not one. There was no panic. There was no nothing. I did not get that from their interview. And that was the one and only interview they have done, and they have not done anything since. It's self soothing. It can be either guilty or fear, or genuine terror or worry. I want to go watch it. Hold on, actually. It's not that long. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys so we can watch it again. I'm not watching chat, so give me a second. Let me find their interview. Oh, all right. Here it is. Ah, I froze. Ew. Why am I frozen? I can't get back to you guys. There we go. All right. Sorry, I froze for a second. I didn't see what Two Tacos said. Let me hold on. Maybe we should microchip kids when they are born, like we do the vet with our pets, right? All right. Let's watch this. Let me make it bigger for you guys. All right, here we go. It's 4 minutes long. I won't be able to watch chat.
Well, Alex, I can tell you this, speaking to the adoptive parents was incredibly telling, as for the first time since the kids went missing, they're telling us exactly what happened from their perspective. Now, it's also important to mention that the community here, a lot of neighbors told me that the parents have been virtually absent from all search efforts, raising a lot of concern out here in California City. But the adoptive parents told me that's because they've been busy with the police investigation, and that police told them that they don't need to be out there searching because there's already an adequate amount of people doing so.
I came in the house, I saw them there. One house, I came back out, I didn't see them now.
Trezell West details the moment his two adopted boys, 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orin, went missing Monday night from their California City home. Moments before, West says he was gathering wood to start a fire.
Good morning, Jason.
I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife's inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it was a good idea that our youngest two go outside and play with chalk on the back patio.
Shortly after, West says he no longer saw the boys on the patio. He asked his wife, Jacqueline, if she saw them. She said no. That's when he says panic set in.
I realized that I left the gate open, and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that didn't pan out, I got in the van. I looked down the street, both directions. It was getting dark, getting cold.
West said he then called the police within minutes. Since then, California City Police, the FBI, and the Kern County Sheriff's Office have been investigating. Police searched the couple's home Tuesday night, then interviewed the couple at police headquarters. Meantime, multiple search efforts were launched, which continued Wednesday, including with the help of the boys' biological mother, Ryan Dean. She says she's worked hard to get her life on track and wanted to get custody of her boys back eventually, but now she thinks that will never happen and is blaming the adoptive parents.
They did something. I feel like they did something and they know something. They did something, and I feel my kids is somewhere around here. I can feel it, and I feel like they're in the house, and I feel like they did something.
Trezell and Jacqueline say they understand the frustration. She thinks you guys did something.
And that's understandable.
What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, that's exactly the point. And if we can find our babies, then guess what? That's no. And that's all I want is to find our babies. That's it.
Good morning,
Some residents and family members of the boys would also get involved during the interview.
Y'all was supposed to take care of my nephew.
But the Wests are standing firm as the search efforts continue.
We're going through it. It's difficult.
I mean, everybody's making their own their own conclusions. They don't know anything. We're not sure like everything. We're not sure. We said what we knew.
And now back out here live, I should say that the tension in this community is just raising by the minute. Right now, it seems like there's some kind of makeshift.
So, what are you guys' thoughts? I'm sorry. That interview to me was odd. There was no sadness. And the mother, the biological mother, um, she might not have been fit. She might have had her children removed. But from everything I've seen, she has been at that house every day. She has been at every search party and searched for those children. But these adoptive parents didn't. Okay, I could see at first that the cops are questioning them. Exactly, Jason. That was the other odd thing is um when you get put into foster home, I know that this was another discussion that was talked about in the Facebook group is when you first get taken, the biological parents have so much time to do what DCF wants you to do, whether it's classes, the parenting classes, drug classes, blah blah blah. And then they are put up for a year. Then the adoption process happens. And she never fought for that adoption. She allowed that adoption to happen because she did not do what she was supposed to do to get the children back. And now the children are adopted and they're missing. And I get that, you know, maybe the mother, I mean, CPS is taking kids away for way less. I'm not saying she's doing anything or did anything. I don't know the circumstances of why her children were taken away. But I do find it odd that, like I was saying, at first I can see the adoptive parents not being able to search because the police would probably had a million questions for them. They were probably down at the police station for hours on it. And we all know how it goes. So I could see. But now we're 2 weeks in. 2 weeks in, and you still have not went and searched for those babies. Not only have you not searched for those babies, now you have let the other kids be taken into protective custody, and now they've moved. Nobody knows where they are. They just left. Now they're saying that they left because of the mob out front screaming for them to come out and answer, which, okay, I can see. The cops do say that the adoptive parents are working with the police, but why would the police dig in their backyard if they're not suspecting the adoptive parents? Why would they do 2 search warrants into the home if they're not looking at the adoptive parents? And I'm sorry, that interview to me was odd. There was not one, I did not get fear from them at all or concern at all. I mean, the mother wasn't even paying attention and the father was just hugging himself. I don't believe her concern either. Didn't one of them, Sonia, I talked about that in the beginning. Okay, so there is rumors around that one of the kids had a broken leg. That one of the kids did have a broken leg, but this was the reason why the children got taken from the bio mom. The bio mom was pregnant with the youngest child. The oldest child was being babysat by a babysitter. And while that babysitter was watching the baby, the leg got broken. Now, I heard that there is a flyer out there where it's saying that the boy had a broken leg when he went missing. From what I have seen, they're saying that that is not true, that he did not have a broken leg when he went missing, but he did have a broken leg prior because of when he was in the care of his bio mom. Yeah, but the excuse is that they were an adequate number of searchers. Yes, that's another thing they said. There was enough searchers, so they didn't need to go out there. That was the other thing. Not only are they busy with the police, but there's enough searchers. So why? Why? Good morning, Tawanda. Happy New Year's to you. So why should we have to go out there? There's plenty of people already. There the police the police have even said they don't have enough resources where they live in Bakersfield, California. It is surrounded by desert. They have gone door to door, they have searched the home, but they cannot search the desert. They do not have enough manpower to search the desert. So, um, normal people like us, people that care about this case have come together and did search parties in the desert. But the police haven't even searched the desert, which I find odd. They're surrounded by desert. They're not going to put those children in a backyard. They're not going to put the children in the house. I mean, I really just don't see that. I see them taking the children. But like we said, did those kids really go missing on December 21st? Because prior to that, nobody has ever seen those children. They had just moved there in September. The new people that they live next to have never seen the children. But I have not yet, Samara. But they in September where they lived before, those people knew they had children. They saw the children all the time. Children were always playing. Um, they played with the neighborhood kids, everything. They got up in the middle of the night in September and moved. Now they moved to Bakersfield. Now Bakersfield is saying they've never seen these two children. So did they really go missing in September and that's why they moved? So why aren't they searching the house that they lived in September? Good morning, Bailey. It could have been cold for why he was stood like that. Would have been better if they removed their mask. I agree. That was another thing people said. Maybe it was cold. um, maybe they were cold, but I'm thinking California. I live in Massachusetts. I know cold. California to me, I just don't think it gets that cold. I don't know. They live about 3.5 hours away from the area the two bodies were found. Yes. They did say 7 hours ago that they do not believe that the bodies that were found burned are the children, but they have not uh said it like matter of factly yet. But yes, they did find two bodies burned in the desert. But from what I saw 7 hours ago, um, they don't believe it was the children. They believe that it's something different. But we don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. Tawanda, yes, how's your dad? I have not been around, but I did hear that your dad wasn't doing well. So I hope he's doing better, Tawanda. I haven't really been around. I've had my own stuff going on, but I hope your dad is doing okay. I don't think it's going to be a good outcome either, Samara. I hope for a happy ending, but for some reason, I just don't think it's going to be. I just hope that they're able to solve it. That's where I'm at right now with a 3 and a 4-year old being missing for 2 weeks. I just don't see this being a good outcome, but I hope they can get closure. I hope that they can find these children, Bring them home to where they belong, and there's answers. Because I couldn't imagine not knowing forever. My heart breaks for all these people that their children have gone missing, and they've gone 20 years without an answer. I just don't want that. I really hope they find something. Oh, he had a brain bleed, Jenna. It stopped. They gave us no hope. Oh no, Tawanda. My thoughts and prayers and love to you, Tawanda, and your family. That's heartbreaking. I am so sorry. I believe in miracles too. Everybody give love and prayers and thoughts to Tawanda's dad, because we all know that giving good vibes and stuff does work. We have seen miracles. And he is a tough cookie, Tawanda. Your dad is one tough cookie. I mean, I think you have said he's 84. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that man still got up in the morning and went to work, and he's a strong man, Tawanda. Strong, strong man. Oh, good. I'm glad he's a lot better, and I'm glad that he's still with you. He's a tough guy. I mean, that's where you get it from, Tawanda. You get it from your daddy. You- You're 87. Yes, and he works every day. That's where you get it from, Tawanda. You're just as strong as your dad. I hope this case does not go cold. I hope not too. And that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that this case might go cold, and that's not what I want it to be at least solved. Oh, it's just heartbreaking. So that's pretty much the only update I have on that, but I am following it, and I definitely will keep you guys updated on it. But I hope everybody, like I said, I haven't been around since before Christmas. I haven't gone live. I did not do whiskers and wags last week, and I apologize for that because I know everybody looks forward to that. I will be doing it this Wednesday. I just got some personal stuff at home going on that just is more important than YouTube. I love all you guys. You know that. I love that you support me. I love that you guys come in here and chit chat with me, but I had to um deal with some stuff. It's still not perfect, but I'm we're making do. But it's good to see everybody. I hope everybody had a great New Year's. I had the grandbaby for New Year's, so I was in bed by 9 o'clock because that little girl wore me out. I'm too old. I tell ya, 2.5-year-old at 42. That girl runs me ragged. I love every minute of it, but boy, does she tire me out. So I was in bed by 9. That was my New Year's. But I got to spend it with her, so that was the best part. Me and my husband, we got to hang out with their grandbaby and let the parents go out and have a good time. I tried to make it to the ball drop. I made it to 11:45. Johnny, keep this case alive. You you can be their voice. Definitely, Tawana. I'm definitely going to keep this case alive. I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated on this case. It's just the hardest part is, you know, they're not saying anything, and it's not national. It's only local. So when you go to look it up, there isn't much, but when I found the Facebook groups, I seem to get more out of the Facebook groups than I do from the news. I know, two tacos. Nobody has seen you. How's being married? I bet you it's blissful. Yes, whiskers and wags on Wednesday. I'm excited for it. There's some cute dogs Samara has found. So basically, we're going to just use the pets she found last week for this week because I missed last week. I'm in bed by 9. I don't have little ones for a reason. I agree, Captain Obvious. I had her for 4 days. I kept her for like 4 days. And I'm telling you, when she left, when she finally went home, I laid in bed the whole next day. I felt like I ran a marathon. That girl, I mean, I don't know how they do it at 2.5. They're like Energizer bunnies. They never get tired. And naps, she don't do naps anymore. 2.5 is I refuse to take a nap. It's been busy, Jenna, I'm sure for you and everyone. Hope it's a better year for everyone. I hope so too, Bailey. I hope it is a better year for everybody. 2020 was hard, and I'm hoping 2021 will be easier. And I heard we got approval for the stimulus. Does anybody know if we got approved for the 600 or the 2 grand that Trump was going for? I haven't gotten it yet. I've heard some people got it, but I don't know if it's the 600 or the 2 grand. Anybody know? I wish my kids' grandparents would take my kids for 4 hours, let alone 4 days. Yeah, I hear you. You already got it, Remy, and it was 600? Okay. I haven't gotten it yet. But the last stimulus, I was like one of the last people to get it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my bank. Oh, Jen got hers the next day. Yeah, and now are they giving it to the children too? Are they doing it the same like me, my husband, and any minor child? Is the minor child getting 600 also? I couldn't imagine. I said the same thing, Captain Obvious. I'm like, I don't know how people in their 40s end up having babies. 600 in your bank. That's why the casino was packed here on Saturday. Like I said, the last stimulus, I was like one of the last people to get it. And I think that's how it's going to be again for me. Like it came out where paper checks should be going out today, which is what I'll be getting for me. We do it here, Kathy. Oh, Kathy B. Whiskers and Wags we do here on Wednesday morning. Usually it's anywhere between 7:45 and 8 o'clock in the morning. And what we do is we pick 5 pets that need to be adopted from 5 different states. We change it up every week and we talk about the pet, let you know where you can um, adopt the pet if you're interested in the pet. And then at the end, a lot of people give me pictures of their pets, which is really cool. So they email it to me or they Discord it to me, and then I show your pet at the end, which is really cool. So if you have any pets, you can email me. Just put your pet's name, a little story about your pet, and we'll show it. It's kind of easy, gives us a little bit of, you know, because nowadays you can't say anything about your family because people go crazy. So it's really fun, Kathy. You'll have to come check it out. We really like it. 2 grand was what we got in Canada the last time. Oh, really, Bailey? You're welcome. If you got it last time, you're definitely supposed to get it this time. Well, that's good. I definitely got it last time. So I should be getting it this time, but I don't know what it is that I just happened to get it late. I don't know if it's the bank. I know that they said certain banks are like right away and other banks aren't. Sunny side up. I enjoy watching my daughter with her 3 little ones pay back. Oh yes. I cracked up when my daughter lived with me and she would come down and be like, "Oh mom, I'm so tired. The baby was up all night and oh the baby, this and the baby that." And I just laugh. And she's like, "What are you laughing about?" I'm like, "Payback." Said, been there, done that. I heard the bigger amount went through. Oh, you did, Samara? That would be good. So how does that work? So if they approved the bigger amount, we would just get the difference later? Because a lot of people are like, a lot of people in here are saying they already got the 600. Hey, Nanya, how are ya? Good to see you. How's Kaya? She's gotten big from the picture I got from you. She's beautiful and big. Happy New Year to you. I don't know how Remy does it either. That woman never sleeps. I don't know how she does it. Every time, anytime I need to, Remy's always around. It's like, if you need somebody to talk to, I swear, I think she sleeps like maybe 3-4 hours a day. That's it. I don't know how. I have a best friend that was like that. She was a nurse and she worked nights. And she was a mom. So she would work 11 to 7, come home, and she would sleep, get her kids ready off to school. She would sleep for a couple hours, then get the kids and, do dinner and homework and all this. And then she would turn around and go to work that night. I mean, she functions on like 5 hours of sleep. And I never knew how she did it. And she still does it to this day. And I don't know how she does it. Now that her kids are grown and she's an empty nester, you would think that she would get a better sleep routine, but nope, she still sleeps like that. She just can function on little sleep. She says when she sleeps too much, she feels like us with no sleep. Yeah, Sonia, Remy is a hardcore party animal. She is. So I can't really talk about what's been going on YouTube, which is a good thing because I don't want to. I haven't been around, so I haven't seen it. But I hope you guys are all hanging in there, and I'm hoping that the drama has slowed down a little, but I have a feeling that it hasn't. And I was really hoping for 2021 everybody would get a grip and stop with the drama, but a little drama, we do have a drama community, so I get that there's drama. I get it. But I'm hoping it's gotten not as extreme as it was before the new year. I know right prior to the new year, it was getting pretty nasty in our community. And I really hope that it's simmered down some. Amazon Dude brought my new cord. Happy dance. Captain Obvious got a new cord. They didn't even make it to New Year's. Say a prayer for Trisha. Oh, everybody give hearts and love to Trisha. She had just lost her dad. That's horrible. Sarah, if you talk to her, tell her that we send our thoughts and prayers to her. That's horrible. That's tough. That's tough. Oh, I know he wasn't doing well. Um, before I took my break, I knew he wasn't. Yes, Jason TNT. I know that he wasn't doing well right before I took a break, but I was hoping that he got better. Oh, he fought hard. I agree, Tawanda. It's never easy losing a family member, and especially your parents. Because parents say we're supposed to outlive our children, which is true. I couldn't even imagine if I lost one of my children. I would be in a crazy ward. They would have to snowplow me. But in the same sense, knowing that my parents are getting older, I, I think it's the same. Like our parents say, you know, you are supposed to outlive us, but at the same time, we don't want our parents to go away either. Like my stepdad and my mom, I would be lost without my mom, and she's getting older. It's just hard. I can't imagine either, Tawanda. Especially seeing as you are just going through that with your dad. I'm sure, you know, I'd be in a padded room for sure. Who had COVID? TNT's dad had COVID? I knew he wasn't doing well, but I didn't know if it was COVID or if he had health issues. I wasn't sure. I'm not ready either. Like, my mom came here yesterday just for a minute because she lost her keys to her house, and I have the extra set. So she came to my house to get the extra set of keys. And, and that worries me too because my mom's been going on this kick lately of losing things, and it makes me worry about her. Um, she constantly is forgetting or losing things. And how do you talk to your parent about getting checked out? I mean, like, that's hard for me. And I've been talking to my brother. My brother lives in Florida, and I've been talking to him about it a lot lately. Like, how do we address mom? How do we get it where we can tell mom that we think that she needs to get checked? Because, I mean, she's had cancer twice. She's had chemo twice. She's had radiation twice. And I know that they say that after you have radiation and chemo, it's like mush brain, they call it, like water brain. You get forgetful because of the chemicals that they're putting in you. Um, but I don't think it's that. My mom's been in remission for a very long time, and right afterwards she was forgetful, but she came back to herself. I mean, she can still take care of herself and she can still go play. It's not like she gets lost or doesn't know where she lives or stuff, but she's forgetting. Like, she'll come and she'll tell me something, and then I'll talk to her the next day and she'll tell me the same thing. And it's like, Mom, you already told me that. She's like, oh, I did. Or, she lost her wallet one day. My We ended up finding it 2 weeks later. Um, just now, she lost her house keys. She couldn't get into her house yesterday. It's little things like that. So I don't know if it's just that she's rushing and not paying attention, or if she's actually forgetting stuff. It's it's kind of scary. And my mother is a very type of person that doesn't do well with, hey, we think that, you should get checked. So I agree with you, Remy, on being upfront and just grabbing the bull by the horns and telling her, um, I think something's going on, but my mother doesn't do well with that. So I don't know. Hey, Rep Ash. Yes, we can do that. Everybody, Rep Ash said Trisha took down her community post because she doesn't want anybody mentioning it. Can you guys show her support privately? Yes, we can do that. I'm sure she's not ready to see. I agree. But yes, definitely. We just wanted to give our condolences, and that's where it will stay. No problem. I lost a wallet for a year. It was an old freaking Jason. Right, because I mean, I've lost my not lost them, but misplaced them, like my keys, because I'm doing 50 things at once and I'll put my keys somewhere and then I can't remember where I put them. Or I've left my wallet in the car and it's fallen underneath the seat. And then I, go to look for it and I can't find it and I'm freaking out and I'm ripping apart the car. So I get that, but to me, it just seems like it's more than just that with my mom. I don't know. It just seems like she's forgetting more and more. And she repeats herself a lot. And I've worked in Alzheimer's and dementia units um, for many years, and it's just scary because I couldn't imagine my mom not knowing who I am. I just can't even think about that. They are afraid to lose their freedom already, so it's a very touchy subject. There are resource groups out there if you look. Yeah, thank you, Captain Obvious, because that's the other thing. My mom was the CNA for, until she retired. My mom did that for many years. She worked in the Alzheimer's dementia unit, just like myself. So she knows about it, but it's just hard to go to her and be like, "Mom, I think you're forgetting stuff." Because I did that like a couple months ago. I went to her and I was kind of like, "Mom, I don't know what it is, but your memory isn't, you know, as sharp as it used to be." I kind of sugarcoated it with her, and that didn't go well. It didn't go well at all. It sucks watching our parents get old. It really does. It really does. Because I don't know. I couldn't imagine my life without my mom. I just don't know. Maybe she's not ready. I know how I was when I lost my brother. I remember how you were, Tawanda. It's definitely tough when you lose somebody that close. Um, oh, that's good. Tawanda, Trisha said to keep it. Don't take it down. She likes it. If I had a community post, but I don't, I'll get there someday. Someday I'll have a community post. Sunny side, I always lose my glasses on top of my head. Yes. So, and maybe unlist or email it to her. I've already emailed her. Just sad. Said sorry about your dad. That's it. Well, we're kind of like, yeah, we're a community and we might fight a lot and we might not always get along, but when push comes to shove, that's the one thing I love about this community. We do fight and we do go below the belt and people do some disgusting things around here sometimes that I don't approve of. But I know when it comes to push to shove, or when somebody in the community is going through a hard time or loses somebody, or somebody's struggling for Christmas or whatever, this community really does come together. And that's the part that um I love about this community, because we do come together when we need to. It might not last long, but we do. We do come together when we need to. I can't wait for that day for you, Jenna. Me either, Sunnyside. Yes, Samara, prayers to your mom too. I know you're worried about her. So everybody, if everybody could give prayers to Samara for her mom. Her mom is sick. So please keep her in your thoughts too. I lose my phone all the time. I'm always like telling my husband, "Can you call my phone? I can't find it." I wish the states were more helpful and like did a test at 70 and every year after that so they could check their function. It took a stroke to take my dad's driver's license away. You know what's funny about that? Because I say that all the time, Captain Obvious. Because like when you get your driver's test at 16, 17, 18, depending on what state you're in, you have to do, the hearing and the eyes and the road test and everything, and you get your thing, and then every 5 years you renew it. But you don't have to do a driving test to renew it. You just pay the money and you get a new license. I think there should be an age gap where they have to retest. That I think at 60, maybe 65, you should have to do a road test again, in eye test, in hearing test, and all that, because no offense, but there's a lot of elderly that are out on the roads that should not be behind a wheel of a car. But I get that that's their last bit of independence, and I get that. But I just think that for safety reasons that they should retest. I agree. Yes, Samara's mom has COVID. So if you guys, I knew I wanted to say she was sick, but I was waiting for Samara to say. But yes, she has COVID. So please pray for hey, be nice. I just turned 60. I am, Tawanda. And I bet you would pass with flying colors. You are a young 60. I'm just saying, like, there's some that really just shouldn't be behind a wheel. Right, Smokey P. Tawanda looks 30. I totally agree. I know Tawanda would pass with flying colors. Doesn't she, Sonia? She does look amazing. She's beautiful. Inside and out. We love Tawanda. Jason, I'm not saying women driving. I'm saying um age driving. You went to the women driving. Women driving, I think us women drive way better than men. That's just my opinion. I know I drive better than my husband, and I know I can change the oil and fix my car better than my husband. So I'm better at driving than my husband. Well, that's what I was talking about. Women definitely are better drivers. But I do. I just think like a certain age, they should just, I'm not saying take their license. I'm not saying, hey, when they turn 60 or 65, take their license. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying have them do the test again to make sure that they're safe for the people out there. You can too, Sarah. I know. Me and you are a lot alike in that aspect. I fix the lawnmower. I mow the lawn. I do the oil changes in my car. It's so funny when my car was not working or whatever, making a funny noise. My husband has a heart attack, and he's like, "It's a noise," and I'm like, "Oh, it's just this, or it's just that, and it's not a big deal. It'll be fine. We'll fix it." And he'll be like, "No, it's gonna fall apart." Blah blah blah. And then we go to our mechanic next door because I have an awesome mechanic that lives across the street from me, and we'll go. And every time I'm exactly right. What I say is wrong, and my husband just puts his head down, and I'm like, "I don't know why you argue with me." I don't know, but he's learning. He is learning. He did brakes this summer. I was very impressed. He did the front brakes for me. It took him 7 hours. It took him 7 hours to do the brakes, but he did them. I was quite impressed. And they still work. So, he did it right. But, YouTube saved his life, that's for sure. I kept going out there and checking on him because I was trying to be like that wife that stood back and didn't stand behind him and be like, do this and do that and do this. I was like, nope, I'm going to let him do it. Every time I went out, he had YouTube going. But it took him 7 hours, but he did it. New Jersey drivers. Oh, I agree with you, Jason. That in Connecticut, no offense, Remy. Connecticut, we call that the constipation state. That's what the Mass people call. They call us massholes, and we call Connecticut the constipation state. I hate driving in Connecticut, and I hate driving in Jersey. Jersey, I think it's the roads more. Oh my God, they have the worst potholes. Jenna Moon had helped me with my plumbing one time. Yes, yes. That's not. Oh, Samara, that's not true. Samara, you're a great driver. My driving record is squeaky clean for a Jersey driver. Painting your nails. Jenna Moon and all, thank you so much for the best live I've heard in a long time. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. I'm glad you came in. I'm glad to be live. Like I said, I haven't been live in a while. I've really missed you guys. But I'm glad. Oh, have a good day, Tawanda. Have a great. We're not the constipated. Well, maybe I am. Leave me alone. I have tummy issues. But yeah, I haven't been live. Have a good day, Tawanda. I haven't been live. I've missed you guys. Thank you guys for the laughs this morning. I definitely needed them. It's been a rough couple of weeks for me, so you guys definitely made my day. That's true. That's true. But when I lived in Texas, I had to learn. Jason, Luffy Boy, D. I love this state for pumping my. Yeah, we don't have. There's like one gas station here that actually pumps our gas. One gas station. They don't do that around here. No drivers compared to New York City. I think New York City is just too. There's too many people and not enough space. That's how I view New York. You go into New York, it's bumper to bumper and light after light after light. That's what I don't like about New York. And I think that's why. It's because it's just too many people and not enough space. But I think I'm going to jump off and get my day going. New Jersey Turnpike is always fun this time of year. Oh, yes. Garden State's even better. I like Garden State Parkway because you can go in the lane where there's just cars and not be with the rigs. That's what I like about Garden State. I like New York City stackable car garages. Those are cook. You mean cool? Yes. PA drivers drive way too slow. I hate driving through Sakar. Mass Pike isn't so bad. Ugh. No, it's not. I've never been to Chicago, so I don't know how the driving is in Chicago. I just know when I go to Delaware, the two states that Garden State Parkway is beautiful in the fall. Yes, it is, Samara. It really, really is. But when I go to Delaware from Mass, the two states that I hate driving through is Connecticut and, sorry, Jersey. I hate both of them. Jersey, it's because I don't think I'm going to have a front end when I get to Delaware. Their roads are horrible. We have to fix those, Samara. You guys have the worst potholes. Well, Mass Pike going through the Cape. Yeah, I just hit 91 and then 95. Tell them about us Delaware truckers. Oh yeah, you guys are just fantastic. Jason. You guys are crazy. My sister-in-law is nuts. I know where all the potholes are, so I avoid them. Well, lucky you, because I hit them. Especially when I'm driving at like first thing in the morning and the sun hasn't broke yet. or in the night, because usually we leave at like 3 in the morning, so we can avoid Connecticut, because rush hour in Connecticut is horrible. And we try to get over the Tappan Zee Bridge by a certain time so it's not crazy. Because we hate the George Washington. We never go over the George Washington Bridge. The George Washington Bridge is just crazy. I don't like the George Washington. So when we go, we always go over the Tappan Zee. Well, if anybody's going to win for bottles, I'll give it to Michigan. I have family in Michigan, but I've never been to Michigan either. When I was in labor, my boyfriend hit every damn bottle. I almost threw him out of the car. Dallas drivers scare me to death when I first moved there. Yeah, you hit the bottleneck on 91 going to night. Yes. Well, see, actually, I kind of avoid it because we do it's Route 15. It's called, what is it? Charles something Parkway or something like that. And it's only a 2-lane highway. And it goes right around New Haven. So we don't have to go through New Haven. We avoid all that. Yeah, the Route 15. And we go right around New Haven, and it brings us right into the Tappan Zee Bridge. That's the way we go. Because I hate going through New Haven. Smoky. Remy, we have an I-95 here too. Yeah, 95 will take you from Mass to Florida. You stay on 95 all the way. You can make it all the way to Florida. It goes right down. No trucks are allowed on Route 15. Yes. Yep, that's the other thing. Yes, the deer. You definitely have to watch out for the deer. Yep. London, they use London, they use more public transportation as driving. Sounds like how it is in New York. Yeah. See, when I go into Boston, that's what I do. I do public transportation in Boston. I take the train. Um, I get to like the outskirts of Boston and I go to Alewife, and then I jump on the train at Alewife, and that brings me in because I usually take Alewife to Mass General because that's where all my doctors are at Mass General Hospital. I never drive in Boston. There's too many one-way roads. I'll end up going down a road I'm not supposed to. I have watched for deer leaving my driveway. I watched your live this morning, Smokey. I missed it last night, but I watched your little skit this morning. That was really awesome that a sub came, I guess, from what I gathered from your video, a sub came in and really made you think about your grandmother because they spoke to you like your grandmother. I thought that was really cool. And that's awesome that you got support like that. But like I said, guys, I love you all. I'm gonna go. My husband is off today. Yay, he took today off. So we gotta go do some errands and figure some stuff out. So I'm gonna get off. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will be live tomorrow morning. And then again on Wednesday for Whiskers and Wags. I hope you guys will all come in and join. I if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you could hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, either one, I like them both. And if you want, leave a little comment. It helps my algorithm, I guess, if you leave comments. Pretty amazing, Jenna. They made me a little wood plaque with my Gma said to me. Oh, that's awesome, Smoke. That's really cool. Did you keep your live up? I'll have to go look. That was really nice of them. You are welcome, Sunny Side Up. So, everybody stay healthy, stay happy, and stay you. And I will see you guys all tomorrow morning. Have a fabulous day. If you're at work, have an enjoyable day at work. Just think you're almost halfway through. I had an important call, just got off. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, it's okay, Nari. I'll be live tomorrow morning. I'm really gonna try getting back into my routine of going live and in the morning because I really enjoy talking to you guys. Hey, Mr. Positive. So, good morning. I'm just getting off. So, I hope everybody has a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And maybe if I'm bored, maybe I'll come live tonight. Maybe I'll give you guys some crime. We can do a crime live or something. We'll see how my day goes. But I'll keep you guys posted. Talk to y'all later. And prayers to TNT and Samara and Tawanda. Much love to all of you guys. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Peace out. Bye.